Greetings, everyone. Please forgive me for these random uploads. Just give me some time because the videos are going to come back and they're going to come back with power. Be patient. In this one, I'm going to share a dream that I might have shared before, but I'm going to share again. When I was a girl, maybe 11 or 12 years old, I dreamt that I was with my guardian, the mother that raised me. And though she was not a biological mother, that's the role she played from the time I was around 5, 6. The numbers fluctuate, but either 5 or 6 years old. That's the mother that raised me until I was 17. And in the dream, we were standing in the yard, and I saw people running east, west, north, south, scattering. And you could see dread on their face, and you could hear them yelling as they run to find some kind of retreat. And she held my hand and she pointed upwards and she said, "When it comes down, show no fear. And if you feel pain, do not show that you're in pain." And so when I looked, the lion came down like a man, 2 feet down to the earth and the other 2 up in the air. And when it descended so gracefully, it stood before me and put the arm out as if to shake. Well, the legs, because lions have 4 legs, but one of them acted like an arm, stretched the arm out. And as I was about to stretch my hand out, when I looked, it had thorns in its hands. And, the impulse, I guess as a child, I pulled back, but I remember what she said. And so I reluctantly stretched my hand forward, and the lion took my hand. And when I was about to shake its hand, it moved my hand through the thorns in the middle of its hand. And I didn't feel any pain. It's like my hand was squeezed between the thorns. And then the lion stood on my foot, and I was barefooted on the ground. It stood on my foot until the thorns in its foot went through my feet, and I felt pain. But I remember what she said, and I didn't cry. For years, I wondered what that dream meant. And over the 30-something years of living in this country, so many things happened in my life, so many experiences, and it reminded me of the pain I felt. But it also reminds me of the many times when I escaped, when the thorns were in my way, and somehow there's a spirit that comes to push me through these thorns. There is a spirit that is always there to guide me in the right direction. There is always a song that comes to comfort me. Big up yourself, Caroline. A song that is given to me by the different people in my life that have acted us as divine helpers. We got these divine helpers in our life, and they're here to teach us, to move us, to guide us, to bring us through all kinds of situation in our life. And sometimes when you look at where you're coming from, you look at the hurdles you jump over and you wonder, how did I ever get over this? And you look at the messages that come to you to guide you to make this decision or to do this or that. And when you're able to do it in the physical plane, people cannot understand it. They're like, how is that possible? How could you do that? And if you said spirit, they wouldn't understand it because they want you to say some other name that you can't relate to. And time after time, my lion friends came throughout my life and created miracles for me. There was another one where I found myself in a mass exodus I was moved by the crowd because it was so thick. And every time I look around, my lion was there. My lion friend was right beside me. But I would miss or lose my lion friend as I get pushed towards the city. But every time I looked around, there he was waiting beside me. I found myself at a church way up. The church was very high with many steps to the very top. And I lost my lion friend. And when I looked, my lion friend was lying down at the foot of those stairs, waiting for me. So when I say to you, stay blessed, it's because I know what it's like to be blessed. When I ask you to look past what you see in front of you, it's because I have had to do that many times, including this time. Because there's always a guiding hand. Regardless of what you're going through, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, this great and loving guide is there beside you. And if that's not your experience, then you need to feel that, because no drug or no money or nothing, no sex or anything that people say causes euphoria, none of that is as great as experiencing that relationship with that divine guide and protector over your life. So I'm sitting in the middle with my legs crossed, and I'm just so amazed and so blessed to know that there's always this guiding hand, this guiding force in my life that comes to comfort me, that whispers to me in ways that sometimes startle me, that touches me while I'm asleep and say, wake up, it's time for us to talk, that say, do this, that say, I want you to know this, I want you to learn this, I want you to experience this, I want you to do this. And when I listen carefully and I follow the instructions, I watch the darts just fall, darts that are heading my way, and roadblocks that are set up. And those who would build these blocks or blockades against my life would wonder, what is with her? She must be a Abia woman. Wow, that's how powerful my guides are. And I'm going to encourage somebody tonight to plug in, to find your guide, to find your lion friend, so that when you speak, your words can take life. So when you tell your stories, it doesn't matter who laughs or mocks you or make fun of you or use words to try to condemn you. As soon as those words come, you slap them away. You renounce them, the negative things that people will say to you or about you. You can just, like a tennis player, use your rack. People are not going to like you when you're powerful. But it's not because you alone is powerful. It's because of who you carry with you. They know who you are when they see you. And when you speak, they know you are. They're not going to love you if they are not blessed. If they don't exude power, and those that stand with you in the spiritual planes are not powerful. The power you carry must come from that higher source. And so everything, or whatever you touch or what you represent, is really demonstrating something greater than you. I'm staying encouraged, and it's not easy, but I cannot forget who I am. And those who stand beside me, I will speak of their loving kindness and tender mercy towards me, always and forever. Stay blessed, everyone.